This Father Joe always says this. I heard this many times. He would talk to the boys, those young adults, and say, you know what? Why did you become priests? The salary is lousy, very lousy salary, but the retirement benefit is out of this world. The retirement benefit is out of this world. Of course, when you retire, the retirement plan is beyond compare. But of course, this is a word. It depends on how you live as a priest. It depends on how you practice your vocation. Tuesday, RSVPing the Lord. You know RSVP? I didn't know how to say it, so I just put RSVPing the Lord. What is the story here? It's a continuation of Luke 14. When you get invited, nowadays they have two stages. First, they send you a card that says, reserve the date. Reserve the date. Is that how they call it? Reserve the date. Save the date. Save the date. Yeah, they have save the date. Okay, so they have this little card. I think we have three or four cards of save the date. So save the date. What does that mean? Well, something will follow that, right? After that, the invitation. Oh, okay, that's what it is for. So don't make appointments that day. Save the date. When you are invited, what is your number one obligation? The gift. Is that what you think? There's one before that. RSVP. RSVP. There's nothing more heartbreaking, especially for a wedding invitation. You will say, okay, I'm coming, and then you don't come. Right? Imagine. I know someone, a couple like that. They confirm everything. Say the date, sure. And then don't come. Sometimes not their fault, sometimes they forget. So what do you do when you set the date? Put it in your laptop or in your calendar if you have a physical calendar, just put it there so you don't forget. Now, the reason I'm talking about this is because Luke 14 talks about a master. There's a big banquet and he invited some guests. And then on the day, no one showed up. Oh, because I have this new business that I have to look after. I just got married. I cannot come. I have this, whatever excuses. And what do you do? What do you do when that thing happens? Oh, what am I supposed to do with this? So the master says, ask the servant, go out and grab anybody you see on the street. Bring them here. Anybody you see. Even if they're from Do It, bring them here. So, valuing the invitation. What is the invitation in Luke chapter 12? It's highlighted in number 1. Think about the joy of heaven, the never-ending feast. The heavenly banquet doesn't matter where you sit. You'll be next to a saint, and the conversation will be wonderful. See that? You and I are being invited by God to this banquet in heaven. There's no save the date because only God knows what is the date of the banquet. That's the unique thing about Luke 12. Now, legitimate RSVP. What does it mean, legitimate RSVP? When you respond to God, do you really mean it? When you say to God, okay, I'm coming. I want to be part of that banquet. How do you do that? You take courage. You must bring change to your life. abide by the new demands. Remember, when you say yes to the invitation to that banquet, there's demands. What is the demand? This. This is the demand. You want to attend the banquet? This too. This. The new demand. See how they connect? The new demands is this. Our Christian Shema. That's how I call it. The church doesn't use that term because it's a Jewish Shema. But I call it Christian Shema because Jesus completed the law. These two. That's the new demand. Do you have the courage? Or you just said yes and then you don't have the courage. Oh, it's difficult. It's hard. Love my neighbor? I want to kill my neighbor. Understand? Have you heard the expression, my neighbor is, there are people who you hate to love, and there are people you love to hate. Have you heard of that? What's the difference? This is loving your neighbor. Even if you hate to love, you must love. Actually, they won't apply here. The people who you love to hate, you still have to love. Because there are people like that. You know, personally, what makes me hating or loving to hate, what makes me loving to hate anyone is for arrogant people. Those who don't have humility. You know why? Because that's one thing I'm struggling with. I need humility. Remember? Thieves hate other thieves. If you hate the people who are arrogant, that means you yourself are arrogant. Have you heard anybody who hate the humble people? I haven't. But the arrogant, the proud, the conceit, those who are dishonest, right? When somebody says, I hate noisy people, that means they themselves are noisy. Get that? So our RSVP must be legit. When I say legit, what I mean is from your heart. By doing this. By abiding by the new demands. You abide by the new demands. Then the house will be filled. The people that should have been the first to accept his invitation turn him down. Everything is purchased and the party is ready to go. Someone will have a chance to enjoy it. You know what this means? The Jews were invited first. The Jews. Remember, those are the chosen people. They were invited first, but they didn't come. Now the Gentiles responded. The Gentiles came. Hence it says, someone will have a chance to enjoy it. The Gentiles. That's the deep meaning of Mark chapter 12. I mean Luke 14, sorry. Luke 14. Highlight the last sentence. Ask the Lord to give us apostolic hearts that won't rest until the house is full. What a feast that will be. Number 3. Next Wednesday. Discipleship, neither cheap nor easy. We have Luke 14 this week. If anyone comes to me without hating his father and mother, wife and children, brothers and sisters, and even his own life, he cannot be my disciple. That should be highlighted. Luke 14, 25 to 33. What does that mean? To love Jesus, I have to hate my father and my mother? Remember what I told you before? Shall I remind you? In the Hebrew language, there's no comparative sense. Remember, in English we have simple, comparative, superlative. Remember that? In the English language. In Hebrew language, there's no such thing. In the Hebrew language, if you do not love, that means you hate. It's just like saying, I love vanilla, but I love chocolate too. But I love vanilla more than chocolate. Understand? It doesn't mean I hate chocolate. It's just that I love vanilla more.